Okay, what's up? How's it going? Today we are going to be testing out this new deck that I just put together. It is a Eureka Shaman. So what are we planning to do with this deck? With this deck we are planning to get this card, Eureka, which creates a copy of a random minion from our hand. Now, our things that we want to get out with Eureka, that's going to be Charged Devilsaur and Malygos, right? So, what do we want to do with this Eureka is not only make a Malygos or a Charged Devilsaur, but we want to also play Electro Storm Surge on the same turn so that we cast the spell twice, either pushing 14 damage with 2 Charged Devilsaurs or getting spell damage plus 10 with 2 Malygoses, right? So, we can OTK if we get a Farsight on either Electro Storm Surge or Eureka. Then we will have 4 mana to work with after we summon 2 Malygoses. And with that, we can easily kill our opponent with some Frost Shocks and some Lightning Bolts. Another option for how to win with this deck is just making a huge board presence with our Charged Devilsaurs, kind of taking over the board with that. And we have a lot of options for just clearing the board between Lightning Storm and Volcano. And then we have this Thunderhead to just kind of try and take control of the board for as long as possible before we have to give it up. So we're going to see how this deck works. We're probably going to have to make some changes because this doesn't look like it's going to be able to win just yet. But I'm hoping that this is going to go pretty well. So let's just jump right into some games at Legend, okay? So heading into the first game, my thoughts about what might work, what might not work. We might want to go for some Bloodlust kills with Thunderhead. We might need to add that to the deck. I'm thinking Arcane Dynamo might underperform, but I do have 1 copy in there to test it out because you can discover a Eureka, obviously. Maybe another copy of that is valuable. I'm not really sure. And then just a lot of our spell package I think is going to have to be refined. There's some pretty bad cards in there, like Frost Shock, and I'm not sure if we're going to need that in order to combo kill or if that's just a wasted thought that should be something else. But hopefully we can land a Farsight on our Electro Storm Surge or our Eureka and pull off a combo kill early on. Okay, so we're heading into our first game as Shaman against a Rogue. And we already have Electro Storm Surge and Eureka in hand. But we don't really want that, right? What we want early game is we want our Thunderhead to take control of the board, and we maybe want some Farsights to take a shot at getting a great combo off. Okay, so here we have a Storm Chaser, which is going to let us find either our other Eureka or our other Volcano. We got a Volcano to clear up the board for whenever this Miracle Rogue fills it up. I'm assuming, oh okay, nope, it's Quest Rogue. So that's interesting. So we also have our Electro Storm Surge. So we are going to be able to push a ton of damage. My worry is that we're not going to do anything early game, and they're just going to take advantage of that, get their quest done really quickly, and we might just pay the price. So, just because we do have this Frost Shock, I'm just going to go ahead and kill off this this Novice Engineer. Because we really don't want them completing the quest with Novice Engineer. They'll have way too many resources. And if they have that many resources, we won't be able to just outvalue them, which I think right now is going to be our plan for the early game. Because if their hand's full of cards, they're going to outvalue us in the late game. However, what it is looking like is we're going to have a ton of Eurekas this game. So what that means is that we can Arcane Dynamo to find maybe another Eureka. Then we can go for a Eureka. Maybe we go for an Electro Storm Surge Eureka too. Hopefully we can pull something off with that. I'm not really sure where we're going with this or if we can make this work at all, but we might have a chance. We might have a chance in this game. So I'm going to hold on to this Lightning Storm. We might go ahead and play it next turn. We might have to risk a Eureka while we still have Electro Storm Surge in hand, just because otherwise we could run into some problems. Okay, so it looks like they are going to go ahead and complete their quest with Novice Engineer. They do have a very full hand, though, which means they're going to have to empty it. So they're not going to be able to go that quickly this game. So that's a good sign. I think we're just going to go ahead and clear this board with our Lightning Storm. Honestly, it's looking pretty decent. Nothing super exciting yet, but we're making strides towards the right place that we want to be in. They don't have a board, but they are going to complete the quest soon, probably. It looks likely, at least. They've already played Novice Engineer twice. They've gotten 1 bounce on it, so that's going to be the 3rd time, and so they just need 2 more bounces. So their options for bounces are like a prep vanish or something, or they're just going to lab recruiter it. Okay. So this means that they're going to have to depend on actually drawing that other novice engineer. So that does make it worth it to kind of remove their board here, get rid of this novice engineer, so that we don't have to worry about that quite as much. I'm also just going to use this hex right now, because it's going to be a lot worse later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to hex this lab recruiter, kill it here. We're going to kill the 1/1 with our arcane or storm chaser, so it'll get healed back up. And then we will probably go for the arcane dynamo next turn, try and find another Eureka. Okay, so they're going for it again. They're putting some more guys on board. Yeah, this arcane dynamo is really getting stuck in our hand this game. Of course, we actually did draw both of our Eurekas very early, one of them off the storm chaser this game, so, oh god. Well, I accidentally pressed that. However, I do think that may be correct. It may work out well for us here, because we can maybe pull off an Electra Storm Surge Bloodlust, which they won't be expecting at all. And that could take out a huge amount of their life total. And then we could just go for some Eurekas to try and finish the game out. Okay. So they are going to finish the quest very soon here. Oh, well, they milled their quest. And that's very nice. So honestly, that was our plan all along. No, I'm just kidding. But this has worked out very well for us. Now we can just go ahead and start double soaring them, I think. How much damage would we deal with a Bloodlust? We would deal 6 times 3, 18, plus another 3. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. So we're just going to go for Eureka. We're going to summon 2 of these charged Devil Source, our buddies here. We're going to take out Sonya, just because Sonya might be the only way that they can get enough value to somehow win this game, and then we're just going to whack them in the face. And I think that's going to be our game 1 going our way. We'll have to see, of course, what they can do about this, but I don't think they can do all that much. They might be able to vanish us, which would slow us down, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, prep vanish. Take out a lot of our board. We do lose a lot of our important minions that we wanted to get back in our hand, but I think in the end, this just isn't going to be enough to take the game. So we can obviously clear this board with Volcano, and then just kind of stick some more things to the board again. Get down our Storm Chaser, which won't draw us anything here, so we don't have to worry about filling up our hand too much, and get out a Healing Totem. So, okay. They're going for the Novice Engineers here. Honestly, there's really not much they have left that can actually win them the game, so I think what's likely to happen here is they're just going to mill out, run out of cards, and then lose the game. We might be able to kill them before that with Charged Devil Sword, but it really doesn't matter a whole ton at this point. Okay. So we're going to Arcane Dynamo, see what we can find. Okay. With double Bloodlust, we might be able to do something. Could also go for some sort of 6 Stormbringer play, but I don't think that's super reasonable. I'm just going to Hero Power and take out this Vicious Scalhide here. Keep the board clear. As long as we keep the board clear, we can't really lose that much. Like, there's not a lot they can do if we keep the board clear. So we can't actually push any face this turn, which makes me want to just develop one of these Charged Devil Source. They're going to clear one of our guys, but they can't really do much, again, just because they milled their quest. It was a very bad mistake on their part, obviously. And we're just going to capitalize on that as much as we can by taking control of the board with these Devil Source. Oh, Healing Totem is perfect here. And we're going to be able to push a lot of face damage very soon. I guess for next turn we could get... Okay, that's going to prevent a lot of what we could do. But, yeah, okay, so they're getting the Giggling Inventor back. They're just going to try and stall us out as much as possible with Giggling Inventor. And, okay, Forked Lightning's perfect here. We're going to... Actually, I think I just want to go ahead and... Farsight first. See what we can find. Okay, that's pretty good. So I think what we're going to do here then is we will Forked Lightning first. Hopefully we can clear off as many Divine Shields as possible. Perfect. And then we will hit one of their guys here. We will Lightning Bolt the other, and then we're just going to go ahead and Hagatha, which will clear up everything, except for our 3/4 and our 7/7, which then get to go face. This really, I mean, it gives us Hagatha, which will be a way to actually generate some value this game. Obviously, we don't have a ton of minions in this deck, so it's not going to generate that much value, but I think once we Volcano away this board, okay, they're going to bounce it again. Never mind. This game is going to take a long, long time. So we'll start off with the Wrath of Air Totem, see what we can get. Maybe a Lightning Storm or something. Okay. And then I think we'll just go for the Eureka, summon another Charged Devilsaur. I guess clear off 2 Divine Shields. Or let's just clear off one of their minions. And we will zap this minion as well. Over here. I don't know. We could lose this game, to be honest. I didn't really think that was likely to happen, but I think this deck is pretty weak. It doesn't have a lot of potential to extend itself past its initial rush of threats. So we may have to work on that aspect of the deck. So never going to run out of Giggling Inventors. Ever. We are going to hear hello way too many times this game. Oof. So go ahead, clear up the board. Still leaves some things on board. There was too much toughness there for us to even clear up. But this is where they start heading into fatigue very soon. So they are going to miss one Annoyatron here, which I don't think is great, but it probably doesn't make that big of a difference in the end. It's not going to be a huge deal. And they're out of cards in deck now. Some of those cards in their hand, I believe, are draw spells like Mimic Pod and such that they're just not going to want to play at all here. One of them, of course, is that Zola, and they're just going to keep cycling these Giggling Inventors, so they're not going to run out, ever. Oof. This is getting a little annoying. Not going to lie. But, we're still in it. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and just Farsight here. Okay, we grabbed an Earthshock. I guess we can just use that to remove this Giggling Inventor. Just try and keep them from having too much power on board at one time. Because as long as they don't have that much power on board, they can't actually kill us. I'm just going to hold back this Charged Devilsaur, because hitting into one of those Divine Shields is really not going to do much. They're only 1 power minion, so they're not going to chip us down that quickly, so I'm not too concerned about it. Okay. I'm just going to keep putting 2/2s onto the board. And they're going to prep here just so they don't mill a card. Honestly, okay. That's something. We can clear up most of this board here. And they're going to be back to just 1 power on board, which they'll soon restore to a full board of 1 and 2 power minions, of course, because of this Giggling Inventor combo. So we'll go ahead Thunderhead here. Maybe we can find something good to help us control the board a bit. That's not really going to do anything, so I'm just going to go ahead, clear off this Annoyatron to stop ourselves from taking some of that damage. They're going to take 3 fatigue damage this turn. So they only have 2 more turns to live. They have to kill us in 2 turns, which is going to be very hard because they just don't have much damage output right now. So we'll see what they can do, but yeah, they're just not going to have enough power on board from what I can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 maybe. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do that much. Okay. So we'll kill that. We'll get 2 sparks, which will let us clear up 2 more of their Annoyatrons. And we're going to play Totemic Might and hope they can't kill us. And I think we have finally gotten ourselves this win, although it took a lot longer than I was hoping it would. They're, yeah, okay. In theory, they maybe could have pushed 7 damage if they could prep Vanish and then play 7 chargers from their hand, but I don't think that, I mean, I don't think they have a way to make that many chargers.